Okay. Hello, everyone. Trilby! Yes! Mr. Trilby is back. Mocha, I will get to you in a hot second. I promise. I did see you on Discord. It's all good. Hello, everyone. I hope we're having a fantastic Thursday evening. So, let's get started. So, a little bit about Trilby's notes. Just real quick. Before I pull Mocha in here and then we get started. So, Trilby's notes takes place 2 years after the events of 5 Days a Stranger. So, and we are playing Trilby again. We're playing because if you remember in 5 Days a Stranger, Trilby disappeared. But yeah, we basically let Jim and Simone think that we were dead, that we did not escape the manor of the Defoe Manor, and after destroying the body of the wraith of John Defoe. So it doesn't have much to do with 7 Days of Skeptics, so technically you could play Trilby's notes right after 5 Days a Stranger, technically. But the chronological order is 5 Days a Stranger, 7 Days a Skeptic, Trilby's notes, and then the last one, which is 6 Days of Sacrifice. Does this game have weird language? Put it on there just to be safe. Because we had it last time, and I thought to myself, oh, it's not, it takes place in the future, it's not going to be weird language. But it turned out that there was. So, let's put it on there just to be safe, because this does take place in 1997. And a lot of the language is still Victorian-style British language. Yeah, we had one word, but still, I don't want to offend anyone. Okay, so, and Mocha will be joining us again because we had such a lovely time. So I'm gonna jump into a call with the Mocha Wizard, and we'll get started. Hello.
I was feeding Curry.
I know, how is Curry?
Curry is actually doing really well.
I'm glad.
So I think he still might have a bit more worms because his abdomen is still a bit distended. So he's a roly-poly. They told me feed him more, so I'm feeding him more.
Okay. I bet he loves it.
He does.
I bet he loves it.
He loves it so much. They said that, other than that, they saw that the ringworm is less prominent. The way they check for ringworm in cats is that they shine a fluorescent light. A black light, basically.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The less shiny the fur is, the less fluorescent it is. Or the more fluorescent it is, the more prominent the ringworm is. And they said it's significantly
Thank you, Eric.
less.
Uh-huh.
It's significantly less, the ringworm.
Uh-huh.
Meaning that the treatment is working, and I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks he'll be completely rid of it.
Good.
It will no longer be contagious.
Good. That's wonderful.
And then I can start the process of introducing him to Comet.
Okay, let me share my
and
screen
comment
with you
to
before I
him.
forget.
Yeah, please.
Yes. No, trust me. I don't want to go through that again.
Kurt, I just finished giving him his ringworm medicine because I didn't have time this morning.
I got you.
And so, I have to clean out the syringe really quick with water because it's a sticky cough syrup type medicine.
Fair.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
So
Emerald today, so I'm a little upset about that. Okay. We'll just probably play through the intro. I'll talk a little bit about stuff, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just type in the chat when you're back, okay? I don't think she heard that. Anyway, I'm gonna deafen myself just in case because I'm not sure. Okay. Did I deafen myself? Deafen. There we go. Okay. So let's get started. I'm really excited. Also, this one is a little bit different because this one is called a text parser, which means that there is a box that's going to be at the top that you have to type in all the things that you need to do, or look at, or pick up, or everything like that. So yeah, we're going to get started. Are you guys ready? I'm excited. Okay, here we go. We'll put the tutorial on just because it's different. And no commentary. Okay, here we go. The following documents are taken from the handwritten notes of Trilby, an STP field operative whose real name remains classified. Game over. That was what I thought as I stood and watched Defoe Manor collapse into flaming ash. The ordeal was over. Those 5 days cost us all so much. Philip and AJ paid with their lives. They were the fortunate ones. Jim Fowler was expelled from school for truancy, a bright future in tatters. Mocha, I will get to you in a second. Simone Taylor took to the bottle. Her broadcast became slurred, her eyes hollow and unwelcoming. She was, vanished from TV screens. As for me, I tried to return to a life as a cat burglar, but I had been forever tainted by my time spent in that wretched house. The memories of my possession came back in my nightmares. Every night there it was again, in the mansion, staring through unfamiliar eyes as Philip died at my hands. I became convinced that John Defoe was not at rest, that someday he would return for me. I became terrified of invisible enemies that I forgot about the tangible ones. Trilby caught! Infamous thief captured by police! 2 slow, miserable years after Defoe Manor, a barrage of truncheon blows taught me the harsh lesson of reality, and I woke up in a kind of filthy cell I assumed would be my new home. But then he came, a man from the government, with his nervous smile, offering me an alternative. The STP, the Special Talent Project. It hadn't been that much earlier that I would have sooner died than entered an obligation with anyone. List all from the government. Had Defoe Manor changed me so much? Whatever my reasons, I left my past behind, and resolved to give my new superiors nothing to complain about. I spent a year and a half completing assignments, developing contacts, and building a reputation. Puggy, thank you for the lurk! And then, the past caught up. In the summer of 1997, I became concerned about Simone Taylor's mental well-being. The papers were reporting her continual breakdown, and she'd become a virtual recluse. I had no idea if my appearance would assist or hinder. I had, after all, deliberately allowed her to think me dead. Presumably she knew differently now, after the media coverage of my arrest, but I would expect her to be bitter about my subterfuge. On balance, I decided that a meeting with an old friend would most likely be beneficial. I came to her apartment building on a warm, stormy night and braced myself for my encounter. Use the cursor keys to move around, tap once to start moving, tap again to stop. Use simple sentences like look around or kick on door or knock on door. Question mark symbol signifies that the game expects an input. When it's visible, you are free to move and issue commands. Look at Trilby being all dapper and stuff. Oh, I love you, Trilby. Hello.
Hello.
I wanted to get through the intro at the very least.
Yeah.
Trilby! Hello, Trilby. Look at him!
Trilby, he looks much better.
Oh,
Did you lose weight?
Trilby looks great, actually, despite all the nightmares. Okay,
despite all the nightmares and the forever hauntings.
Oh, absolutely. So, look. Simone's apartment building was gripped by a thick smell of musty, unwashed carpets. It perplexed me that a celebrity would choose to live in such a low-rent accommodation.
Maybe because it doesn't pay much.
I mean, yeah. Alright, well, let's knock on her door.
She's only a new celebrity.
True.
No one cares that much about her.
Knock on door. I had no business with Simone's neighbor. I didn't know it was her neighbor! Trilby! I had no idea. Anyway. Alright, knock on door.
Call me knocking on the door. Wasn't me.
I knocked sharply upon Simone's door. Press F3 to recall your last command. Okay, F3. Oh, it just does it again. Receiving no reply, I knocked again, louder. Simone! Simone, hello? Simone! Look, I know that you thought I was dead, but I'm not. I promise. Alright, let's try again. Still no response. The doorman had assured me Simone was in. I decided it was my time to enter by my own methods. Tab or type invid to view your inventory. And we do, in fact, have lockpick. I miss Trilby so much. I always miss Trilby. Pick lock. I reasoned that Simone could have been in trouble, or if she wasn't, then the worse I was playing to my own reputation. I spent a few minutes feverishly picking the lock, and I let myself in. Oh, what a lovely apartment you have, Simone.
I love the blue square. It really ties the room together.
Oh yeah, I love the
blue rectangle.
I love the yellow rectangle. I think it's lovely. Look. Simone's bedroom. Light refused to turn on. I stood in the pitch black darkness, the intermediate flashes of light preventing my eyes from adjusting. Okay. We can kind of see ourselves, so I'm just going to assume that this is a window. Look. Oh, okay. Look, window? The storm continued outside. I wonder why only part of the light was... I wonder why only part of the light was entering the room. Oh, maybe the blinds are, maybe the blinds are open. Oh, hold on a second. Open. Hi, Chaotic. Open blinds. I pulled open the blind. Oh, there we go. That's good. That's nice. Oh.
Is she dead?
Oh, yeah, she's dead.
I knew it!
She is very dead. Alright, oh god. Look. Corpse? The body on the floor was undoubtedly Simone. I felt for a pulse, but my hand came away stained with long cooled blood. My fingers...
Oh no!
There's been a murder! My fingers traced the outline of a large wound to her torso, slashed by a big stabbing weapon wielded by a big assailant.
Alright. Emergency meeting, everybody. I think it was Bubba.
this be sus.
Bubba be sus.
Okay. I can't prove it for sure, but it was my brother. No. It was John Defoe. What? Defoe? Sir? Mr. Defoe? This is a Wendy's. I think it was Tombstone Myers. Oh, that's so funny. Maybe it was Tombstone Myers. Oh my god. Can we prove it? I'm sus of Bubba. See, no life. I said it was Michael. It was my brother. Oh boy, here we go. I called for an ambulance, as futile as it would be. I left before they arrived. That's your name too? Oh no. Due to me being a clear murder suspect, I was relieved from duty for a week. It took the Ministry of Occultism to inspect the flat and confirm supernatural activity. My superiors simultaneously apologized and assigned me to investigate if there was a connection to the Defoe Manor incident. Merely reading those 3 words, capitalized in the front of a loose-leaf file, brought the nightmares back with more intensity than ever. Surely enough, a field agent reported that looters had discovered and sold several artifacts from the mansion, including the wooden idol that housed John Defoe's soul. To my surprise, no murder had been reported or committed by anyone who had come in contact with the accursed trinket, but I did not find this reassuring. I quickly advised James Fowler to go into hiding. He was stunned, but agreed. The boy had sense, and still respected my judgment. This done, I began following the idol's trail. From the pawn shop it had entered the possession of one Professor Albed Chahal. Excuse me? Where have we heard Chahal before?
Oh my god!
Yeah. It was Barry Chahal. Barry Chahal's descendant, Albed Chahal, an authoritative historian. He has schemed some kind of antique fair at the Clan Brown's Hotel on a small island off the coast of Anglesey. Yeah, Anglesey, popular with tourists. Assuming the role of a scholar of antiques, I booked a room. On the 28th of July 1997, a cutter ferry from Portholchon in God, British names! And arrived around 3 p.m. at Clansborough Island coastal village. It seemed a peaceful hamlet, and defiance of the stereotype. The locals were welcoming and told me the no local legends that dissuade me from exploring the island. The Clansborough...
You never see it coming.
Fair. The Clansborough Hotel was on the island's centre, surrounded by forests. I made my way there on foot.
Clan Brown.
Trilby, I presume. Do you want to be this other guy?
Sure, I could be him.
Okay. As soon as I arrived, I was greeted by a balding man with a grey anorak, which is a coat. I learned that an anorak is a coat. I wondered if I was expected to know who he was. That depends.
The name's Linkman, and I'm with the Ministry of Occultism.
Oh, I thought the ministry was clear on the fact that I was handling this on my own.
Haha, no. Maybe there are still people who don't trust you, Mr. Trilby. I certainly don't.
What? I haven't stolen anything since I joined the STP.
Your colourful past is not what concerns my superiors. It hasn't gone unnoticed that your history with Defoe Wraith influences you psychologically. I'm sure you resist it, but it could still cause you to act irrationally, disobey orders. Everyone just feels a little safer with someone else on the ground.
I see. You can rest assured that I will endeavour to maintain absolute professionalism on this assignment.
You better, or it's your trip to the farm. Nevertheless, I have my orders. Cheerio, I would suggest we keep out of each other's way, then pursue separate investigations. In other words, doing the exact opposite of what was asked. I'm sure I don't want to get mixed up in a reunion.
I watched him disappear around the corner of the building. I very much doubted that Lankman and I would become friends.
No, we would not!
The Clanbrowen Hotel lobby was warm and was a warm welcome. The building was certainly well maintained, and yet there was something about it that nagged at the back of my mind, quickening my pulse. I dismissed the sensation, an act which, in retrospect, I would come to regret. Good evening, Terence Railby. I have a reservation. Terence Railby?
Yes, you're here for the antique fair. We've put you in room 3C on the 3rd floor if you would like to sign in the check-in book.
Hello, Bethan. I'm wondering if I'm letting you know I'll have dinner in my room today.
That's absolutely fine, Professor.
Terence Railby? That's his alias?
I mean, I like it.
It's so dumb that it's genius. Terence Railby. Terence Railby. Anyway, this, I decided, was what they call a golden opportunity. Terence Railby? Oh my god. Chaotic, please. Professor Chahal.
Hold on, I'm making the clip.
Yes? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. Railby. Terence Railby. We met at Martha's, Marby's a few months ago. You don't remember me. No, of course I do. Terry Railby, how have you been? The astute reader would have already guessed that both Terence Railby and the previous meeting were utter fiction. I had spent some time studying Chahal's movements and habits. He was, by all accounts, absent-minded and was something I could use. I am well, thanks. I was hoping I'd run into you. I've heard interesting things about the items you're showcasing here. You remember I do freelance scouting for some wealthy collectors. Yes. Well, a client of mine has expressed an interest in relics from Defoe Manor in Buckinghamshire. He's been on my back about it for a while. Between you and me, he seems pretty obsessed.
I'm not going to say anything as I stand here awkwardly.
Also,
staring into the distance.
No Life, how did you get banned by Ari? Really? Dude?
What did he do?
I don't know what you did, but apparently
What did you... What?
he got banned and then immediately unbanned. Yeah, of course. I am a mod on Ari's streams. I can ban you again. Terence Railby, yes. What remained of Professor Chahal's suspicion melted away from his expression as an opportunity to make money entered into the conversation. Well, I'm sure I wouldn't want to damage your professional status. Would you like to come to my room for drinks? Oh, I don't want to impose. No opposition at all, please, follow me.
You're okay, Mr. Railby.
Oh, thank you. Lead the way, Professor.
Reading tips. Nothing much else to do.
Abed, here's your friend.
Okay, you're...
Let me introduce you. This is my professional assistant, Siobhan. She accompanies me on most of my excursions. Siobhan, this is Mr. Railby, an old acquaintance. He's looking for information on Defoe Manor artifacts. Oh, really? Man, half the people we meet. What is it about that place? Never underestimate the attraction of a mystery, my dear. Please take a seat, Terry. I'll be right with you. So interested in ghost stories. By the way, I know the name sounds like Siobhan, but it's actually Siobhan, and yes, she is Irish. I know this because I've seen a little bit of the game before. The girl struck me as a forceful personality. I gave the matter some thought before replying. Not really, I'm just scouting on for the behalf of a client, as I told the professor. Huh. You know, it's strange to see someone as you as an antique in the antique trade. And come to think of it, I thought only old men dressed like that. And no offense meant. None taken. I didn't catch your last name. It's O'Malley. Siobhan O'Malley. Couldn't be more Irish if I tried, could it? Sorry to keep you waiting, dear boy. Now then, what shall we talk about? When talking to characters, you must specify the topic of conversation. There are usually several things each character is willing to discuss. Example, try typing talk to Abed about Defoe Manor. Also, you can be Siobhan if you want, Mocha. I just wanted to say that she is Irish. Can you do an Irish accent?
Hold on a moment. Let me get into the Irish spirit.
Okay, but don't...
Oh my god.
Don't drink too much beer.
Curry!
What's Curry doing?
He tried to eat my my sun chips.
Uh-huh.
And then I put the sun chips away. And then I picked him up because I wanted to apply his eye medication.
Mm-hmm.
And right then and there, as I put pressure on his abdomen, he let out a silent and deadly.
Oh, God. Talk to Abed about Defoe Manor. So I understand you came in possession of artifacts from Defoe Manor. Yes, indeed. It was astonishing to me that such artifacts existed at all. The whole place burned to the ground. Did you hear about the Defoe Manor incident? I was experiencing a sick feeling that I had not felt in quite some time. The last I had felt it was while standing at the gates of another country mansion, not long after the Defoe Manor, preparing to break in. Recalling those 5 wretched days churned my stomach with fear, turning what had once been a joy of thievery into an exercise in anxiety. Discussing it brought back that feeling back. The act of feigning ignorance, while visions of welding masks and machetes flooded my mind, worsened them. I heard something on the news. It's been on the news lately since that Taylor woman died. A silly talk about paranormal has abound, so the true facts are near unreachable. But the point is, some enterprising folks picked up 1 or 2 undamaged items from the ruins. Furniture, books, an ugly little tribal figurine.
I took them off their hands purely out of curiosity, of course. So, were there any particular items your client was interested in?
Talk to Siobhan?
I can try to do an Irish accent. I can try.
Okay, talk to... Oh god, I don't remember how to spell Siobhan's name. Oh god. Oh wait, is it... No. Alright, hold on.
Look at him, potatoes!
What?
That's my Irish. Look at him, potatoes!
Oh god. Look
That's
at...
heavy damage in the white line there.
Oh my god.
Listen. I said I would do my best.
You did say that.
And if it is the source of comedy, then it is the source of comedy.
I needed more specific, and talk to one of them about something. Okay, talk to Siobhan about job. I didn't understand the word job. Okay. Talk to... I guess I don't want to talk to Siobhan about things. Talk to Abed.
Someone had better clipped that attempt at making an Irish accent from me.
Artifacts. God. Oh, do I have to use to Abed about artifacts? Oh, whoops. I spelled talk to Abed about artifacts. God! Okay, talk to Abed about idol. I don't know. About idol? Tell me, does a huge man in a welding mask and leather apron mean anything to you?
Not really. Should it?
Never mind. There's a small African figurine that my client wants me to look into. Resembling a rather ugly tribal god.
That old thing? Honestly, despite its age, it's virtually valueless.
That's what I said, but my client is very insistent. He's interested in the paranormal, and the idol features some of the more unlikely accounts of the Defoe Manor incident.
Well, I don't suppose I should ask questions if the man of yours wants to take it off my hands. I don't have it on me right now. It's being kept in the hotel safe. Perhaps we could work out a deal after the fair? I had intended to display it with the other Defoe artifacts.
Inwardly, I just wanted to get this mission completed as fast as possible, but I didn't want to risk suspicion or giving off the wrong impression. That would be fine. So, just out of interest, what else have you picked up from the mansion?
Odds and ends, basically. Some silverware and ceramics. Most of the burnt rocking chair. A painting, of course.
Painting?
A landscape on a wall of the mansion's lounge. Of a little artistic value, but the artist features prominently of Defoe Manor's colourful history.
Matthew Defoe.
That's him, yes. But then she runs the hotel, asked if she could display it in the lobby.
Instantly I recalled the sick feeling I had felt in that lobby. I had seen the painting, but I paid it little mind. Oh.
Are you all right? You've gotten rather pale.
What? Oh, I'm sorry, I was just distracted by my thoughts for a moment.
Lost in history, eh?
Something like that.
Mr. Railby.
What the hell was that?
What the hell was what? You were just sitting there and then you went stiff like you'd seen a ghost.
You didn't see it?
See what, Mr. Railby?
I'm sorry. I have to go. Something's wrong.
Oh, well, we won't keep you then.
We'll see you soon later, maybe.
My head was spinning and a sudden nausea churned in my gut. The world seemed to be pulsating, the corners of the room wavering like a heat haze.